What's going on, everyone? It is DylanLasagna here, formerly known as the Dylster 501, and welcome to part 2 of the DylanLasagna Live / the Dylster 501 10th anniversary commemoration series. Now, in part 1, we went over the early years of the Dylster 501 from 2010 to 2012, where I talked about the creation of the videos that I made to the best of my ability, because obviously I have very bad memory and it was such a long time ago and I can't remember every single thing about the videos I made. We went over all of that, so in case you missed that one, I'll link it in the description and you can always check it out on demand on the channel. But in this part 2 of the DylanLasagna / Dylster 501 10th anniversary series, we're going to be going over an interesting time on my channel. An interesting year that I had on my channel. Not in terms of of growth, because I don't know if I'll ever experience that kind of growth, but nonetheless, it was an interesting time where I uploaded some interesting content. Some interesting content. And yeah, why don't you take a look?
The boy is you, Jack.
I don't want to hear about your fucking fathers and how their assholes work, alright?
Just a sexy boy.
Now, before we get into this interesting part of my channel, I need to get some backstory first. Now, I didn't upload too much of anything in 2012, other than a few vlogs and the Lost Figure School episode, quote unquote lost. I just did a random Figure School episode on the top of my head. And a lot of my lack of uploading had to do with me slowly losing passion for making content on YouTube. Two things come into play. I was a freshman in high school. It was my first year, which eventually became my second year. And then right after my freshman year, my mom passed away shortly after. That hurt me a lot on the inside, and over time it really hurt me, but nonetheless it really hurt me. So while that's going on, something happened in 2013, and it's also happened in 2012 as well. There was a show called My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, and it was an underrated wave in my school. I noticed my friends were my friends were wearing attire from the series. I noticed my friends were talking about it, and I'm thinking to myself, why are they talking about Friendship is Magic? And I was kind of confused. And I was even outspoken about it, my confusion. I was like, are you guys serious right now? Are you guys serious? And then they would look at me funny. I was like, why? What's the problem? I decided to take a look at this, and turns out it's not that bad. Granted, it is a show intended for girls, but the thing was, what made Friendship is Magic different from the other incarnations of My Little Pony was that the creators unintentionally aimed it towards audiences outside of that spectrum, outside of the preteen girls demographic. They made a lot of storylines and jokes centered around adult, not adult themes, young adult, real life lessons, and so the show became centered around everybody. It became relatable for everyone. And not only that, but I found these story arcs for most of the main six. I thought Applejack's was the least interesting, by the way. They were pretty relatable to a lot of real life personalities. You had Twilight Sparkle, who was the book geek / high school nerd. Rainbow Dash was the jockey, the varsity girl, the varsity person. Pinkie Pie was the outgoing one. Fluttershy was the shy one. Rarity was the attention seeking, fancy foo one, and Applejack was a farm girl. That's all I can say about Applejack. So yeah, I was part of that Brony fad for like 2 years, and I was only a part of it for 2 years, interestingly. And then all I know is my high school friends were part of the Brony fads since the show's first season, like back in 2010. And like me, I was only part of it. I stopped interest when after season 6, I believe, that was my endpoint, and along with many other people in my life. Why does that relate to my channel? That was because I made videos surrounding My Little Pony. Yeah, I uploaded some content in relation to Friendship is Magic, to the Brony fad. What kind of videos did I make? They were mostly pony dubs, as they like to call it. Pony dubs, pony music videos, like pretty much music videos, like compiled with like clips from episodes of My Little Pony. So the first one I made was a pony version of the Teen Titans intro. Hey, it's future DylanLasagna here, and I noticed when I was editing this video, the past DylanLasagna said that the My Little Teen Titans video was the very first My Little Pony mashup or music video kind of sorts of video that I did on my channel back in 2013. That is incorrect. That is wrong. And I am here to correct myself. I have to correct myself here. The real first My Little Pony mashup that I did on my channel, or video in general, was a My Little Pony CM Punk mashup, a music video of sorts. The main reason why I wanted to make it was, I guess one of my favorite wrestlers at the time was CM Punk, back in 2013, and yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. And like, entrance videos were the thing at the time, so why not make one of both CM Punk and My Little Pony and mash it up together? That's all I can say about that. But anyway, this was future DylanLasagna speaking and correcting on past DylanLasagna's error. So back to the miniseries. Why did I make the Teen Titans intro just with ponies in it? It was mainly because I saw Teen Titans Go. That was the year Teen Titans Go made its debut on TV. And I don't know, a thought randomly came into my head, and I thought to myself, what if I can make Teen Titans and My Little Pony in a mashup? And it's not the worst thing in the world, but yeah. On paper, it looked like an easy project, an easy video to make, but for me at the time, it wasn't the hardest thing. It was just pretty rough, because I had to go through a couple episodes and see which clip that I could use, which like part of the episode I can use, and see which one best represents each part of the song. You know, like from that tower they shall sing along. Obviously you had the tower, like one of the towers in Cancelot Castle, but then there are other lyrics that you have to like take into consideration of the Teen Titans intro. So after I put up the Teen Titans like MLP mashup, which by the way was one of the reasons why I got struck. I got a copyright strike on my channel years later. I went on to make other MLP videos. I made music videos and dubs based on CM Punk, The Shield, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. A dub on the ending scene for Jack 2, the Mean Creek, where Josh Peck was cursing a lot. And I also made a mashup of the old Monday Night Raw intro and My Little Pony. And that intro with Monday Night Raw got featured on Equestria Daily. Don't quote me on that. I remember, though. It got featured on Equestria Daily at one point, but I can't find it anymore. I can't find it. But I remember back then it was featured on Equestria Daily, but I can't find it. So now we get to my two last videos that I made for the MLP fan base. The Drew and Jacob MLP dub. What is Drew and Jacob? It's a parody of Drake and Josh by Pixie Productions Inc. that was made back 10 years ago on Christmas. And I thought that was one of my favorite videos. It was like one of my favorite parody videos. And I thought to myself, I want to make a dub on this. This was one of, if not the hardest video I had to make ever. That was because not only did I have to find the right clips to match the audio from the Drew and Jacob parody. Sometimes like some clips would just like not cooperate with me. It was either Rarity or Pinkie Pie's lips were not in sync with the Drew and Jacob audio, or there was a clip that I didn't like, and so I had to go look for another one, and that took a lot of time. I don't remember how long I took on the project, but it ended up getting uploaded on my birthday, on my 17th birthday. I had fun making that video. And now the last MLP video I ever made was a Vine compilation of Vines ruining every single My Little Pony episode. At the time, this was back in 2015. This was when Vine was still a thing. I think it was called Vines Ruining Every Single Episode of My Little Pony Ever. And this included the Equestria Girls films. And that went up on Christmas 2015. I don't know why I made this video, but I think one of the biggest inspirations to that video was when Kirk Cousins of the Minnesota Vikings, you like that, when that went viral. So I think that was one of the biggest inspirations on why I decided to make that. And that was kind of like my send-off to the MLP community. Yeah, that was an interesting time. And it got me like some decent views on the channel. The MLP Teen Titans video got me the most views on my channel ever. 4 million views before I was stupid enough to appeal for a strike, appeal a copyright claim on the video, and then it got struck down and gave me a copyright and got myself a copyright strike. That was stupid of me. And yeah, I'll try not to make that mistake again. But I do know that copyright strikes or copyright claims are now risque. You can find them mostly on my second channel now. The only video you won't find is the Vines ruining my every single episode of My Little Pony, because at this point in 2020, because that video was made in 2015. I mean, Vine is long dead, and the Vines you see in that video, or that you saw in that video at least, they're irrelevant. They're dead. They're like dead memes. It's like if I posted that video today, it's like, who's gonna watch it? It's like, who's gonna watch that video? But yeah, that was my time as a brony. It was an interesting time. It was like 2013, 2014 was literally the peak of the brony fandom. Probably earlier than that too. But it was an interesting time on my channel where like I made that kind of content. And I don't know if I regret it one bit. I don't know if I do. But it was interesting. That's all I could say. And again, if you want to go check it out. It's on my second channel. But anyway, that's part 2 of my 10th anniversary commemoration Part 3, we're going to be talking about the resurrection and the present. The resurrection that happened a year later, following the Drew and Jacob MLP dub, and what the direction I took my channel following that said resurrection. So stay tuned to the third and final part of this 10th anniversary commemoration of DylanLasagna, formerly known as the Dylster 501. Anyway, everyone, thank you for checking out this video, and thank you for continuing to stick along for this 10th anniversary commemoration series. Make sure you like the video, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what your favorite video from the MLP era of this channel was. If you don't know which one, you can always find out on the second channel. But in my opinion, I always will think that the MLP Teen Titans video will be my favorite. But anyway, everyone, that's it for now. Look out for part 3, and always be delicious. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.